Namaskar, I'm Anirban Chakravarti and I welcome all of you to a fresh new video. And today I will start this video with a question to all of you. And the question is like, when was the first time you looked at your parents and realized they were actually getting old? Not just, oh, they have a few more gray hairs, like old, like literally old, like fragile old. And now you will ask me, sir, what kind of a question it is? See, today we're going to talk about the poem that literally talks about this particular scenario. So let's get started. And the name of the poem is My Mother is at 66. It is written by Kamala. So before we talk about the poem, let us talk about the poet first of all. So if I talk about Kamala, see, she was one of the most prominent and groundbreaking contemporary poets and writers of India, basically. Born in Malabar, Kerala, she grew up in an artistic environment. Her mother, Nalapat Balamani Amma, was a renowned poet too. And if we talk about her poetic style, she is widely recognized as a pioneer of confessional poetry in Indian English literature, frequently compared to international poets like Sylvia Plath and Anne Sexton. Her style is intensely personal, conversational, and the core themes revolve around exploration of complex human emotions. Her primary themes include feminism, aging, death, and all. Now let us dive into the poem. We will go through the poem line by line, so you better have the text with you if you have the text, or I will put it in this video as well. So let us dive into the poem. So the first lines of the poems are like, driving from my parents' home to Cochin last Friday morning, I saw my mother beside me. See, notice how casual this starts. It's a totally mundane Friday morning. Kamala has been visiting her parents and now she is in a car driving to the Cochin airport. Her mother is, sitting right next to her in the passenger seat. It's an everyday scene, right? You are in a car, maybe listening to the radio, watching the road, but then Kamala does what any of us would do. She glances over at her mother. And these lines follow like, doze, open-mouthed, her face ashen like that of a corpse. Think about that imagery of a second. Her mother has fallen asleep in the passenger seat. Her mouth is slightly open, completely relaxed, completely defenseless. But Kamala doesn't just see her mom taking a nap. She uses the word ashen, pale, grey, drained of life. And then she drops the heaviest word possible, a corpse. If I ask you what is a corpse is a dead body basically. In that split second, the horrifying truth hits her like a truck. She isn't just looking at her aging mother, she is looking at the terrifying preview of her mother's death. The lines follow, and realized with pain that she was as old as she looked. Have you ever looked at someone you love and tried to deny reality? Kamala realized that her mother was not just growing old, she was old. The decay was real, and the pain of that thought was too much to handle. So, what do humans do when a thought is too painful? We look away, right? See what the poet does over here. The lines follow again, but soon put that thought away and looked out at young trees sprinting, the merry children spilling out of their home. Here in these lines, through these lines, the poet is trying to say, to save herself from crying, Kamala literally forces her eyes away from her mother and looks out the car window. And here, she uses a brilliant poetic trick. She contrasts the inside of the car with the outside world. Inside the car, everything is silent, pale, and moving toward death. Outside, she sees young trees sprinting because the car is moving fast. The trees look like they are running, and she sees merry children spilling out of their homes to play. Kamala is trying to escape her mother's aging by looking at life, but deep down, it's a brutal reminder that time is rushing forward and cannot be stopped. Now we arrive at the airport. The lines follow like, but after the airport security check, standing a few yards away, I looked again at her, wan, pale as a pale winter's moon. So over here, through this line, the poet conveys, they have made it through security. Kamala is about to board her flight and her mother is standing a few yards away watching her leave Kamala turns back for one final look, and she describes her mother as wan and pale like a late winter's moon. Now you can ask me why the poet is comparing her mother with the winter's moon. Think about it. In winter, the moon is not bright and crisp. It's hazy, dim, and hidden behind fog and mist. Winter is also the final season of the year, just like old age is the final season of a human life. Her mother's vital life force is fading away behind the fog of 66 years. The poem goes further, and felt that old familiar ache, my childhood's fear. What is that familiar ache? What is that childhood fear? It's the universal nightmare every single child has. The fear of being separated from your mother. The fear of waking up and your mother not being there. When we were toddlers, that fear makes us cry. As adults, we bury it deep down, but standing in that airport, Kamala realizes that this time it's not a childhood nightmare. It is an approaching, inevitable reality. She is going to lose her mother. The final lines of the poem are, "But all I said was, 'See you soon, Amma.' All I did was smile and smile and smile." She doesn't cry. She doesn't scream. She just says, "See you soon, Amma." And then she smiles. Not once, but 3 times. Smile, smile, and smile. Why the repetition? Because each smile serves a different purpose. The first smile is for her mother, a brave face so her mom doesn't worry. The second smile is a shield for herself, trying to hold back the tears. The third smile is just pure hope, a desperate silent prayer that she actually will see her mother alive the next time she comes home. And here the poem ends with the repetition of smile 3 times. I have already explained you why the poet used this word 3 times. Now let us talk about some extra aspects of this poem. See, here is a secret tip about the structure of the poem that will get you extra points on any exam. The entire poem is written in one single continuous sentence. There is not a single period until the very end, only commas. Why? Because Kamala Das wanted the poem to feel like a panic attack. When you are overwhelmed by an emotional realization, your thoughts don't have neat little pauses. They rush over you like a tidal wave, breathless, until you are forced to just smile through the pain. I hope you have understood the poem in depth. Let me know if you have any query, and if you want to know about the poem's literary works like figure of speech and all, please do let me know in the comments. I will definitely make up a video of that as well. And yes, if you want question answers like the common ones or like, important ones, you can also write comments. I will definitely make up a video for you again. Thank you very much for watching this video. Once again, namaskar.